Ballistics Gal is the eventual target in this experiment.
We'll kind of arrange it like so, like a skirt, and there you go.
What I'm wondering is how to aim through a bag towards a target you can't see.
200 feet away, Civil War expert Jim Mitchell is contemplating the most unusual shot of his life.
As this I'm going to need to shoot off a bench. So
He not only has to hit Ballistics Gal, but on the way there, the bullet has to pass through this pouch of Civil War trouser material. And in the pouch, well, let's just say a sample of genetic legacy has been obtained and dyed blue for easier visibility.
Genetic legacy, it's sperm. Any kid in grade school knows that. Helps make babies, you know?
It's still viable.
Oh, there's one.
Oh, one's swimming. There's one. Look.
Yeah.
Dude. He's like, yeah, champion.
Yeah, we got a few here. So, I'm gonna put the sample in this cloth bag that simulates the 4 layers of cloth, 2 layers of long johns and 2 layers of woolen pants, and we will fire through these.
If any blue swimmers wind up in Ballistics Gal, well, we're probably getting ahead of ourselves. They hardly know each other.
By setting up these circumstances the way that we believe the myth says, we'll be able to prove that it is so unlikely that it might as well be said that it's impossible.
once it goes through that, there's no guarantee it's going to go straight.
Right.
We'll do our best, but
This myth has stood untested for nearly 150 years and now hangs on Jim's aim.
Everyone's ready? In 3, 2, 1. Bloody hell, I think he did it. Wow. That's amazing. He did it on the first try. That's just incredible.
It went all the way through.
It did? Yeah. Fantastic. Do you have a scraper?
Yes, I do. I guess I should scrape the entry, huh?
Yeah. Oh, that's a perfect shot.
I know. I can't believe you pulled that off.
Amazing. Jim, that was just a perfect shot. It's really stunning.
Jim's done his part. Now, entry wound samples will be examined under a microscope for traces of still viable genetic material. But first, spare a thought for our hero and heroine. Could the unhappy cavalryman have survived this wound? Could Ballistics Gal have lived to tell her unfortunate tale? Constance Smith Golda is at the cutting edge of Civil War medicine.
So say Tori here's a Union soldier. You have to treat him anyway. And he has had a mini ball go through his tibia and proceed through his... Will he survive?
It depends on how quickly he's gotten medical attention right on the battlefield. If you can get a tourniquet on you and stop the bleeding, and they can get you back to a field hospital or a field station like this one within, oh, say an hour, yes, we can try very hard to save your life.
So the woman that actually gets hit with this bullet, is she going to be able to survive?
If I'm not going to be naked in front of my husband when I am bearing his child or conceiving his child, I am not going to get naked in front of a strange doctor in the middle of a battlefield hospital and have him look at me. She probably would have bled to death out of embarrassment more than anything else.
Well, that's a blow, but back to the experiment. Did the bullet deposit genetic material in Ballistics Gal?
We're scanning for any residue. Keep on moving. Well, if anything was moving, you'd see it.
Yeah.
I don't see anything.
I know. I don't even see any things that look like our cells.
I mean, I can see all sorts of stuff, like the thread residue, the burn residue, pieces of the petticoat. I mean, there's tons of identifiable stuff in here, but none of it is genetic.
keep going, keep going.
So, at a distance of 200 feet, nothing was transferred from the pouch to Ballistics Gal. As a double check, they try again from 50 feet.
3, 2, 1.
This time, Ballistics Gal is brought in for a more thorough exam.
lady.
You know what? We're just not finding anything. I mean, we fired right through that bag of genetic material from 50 feet away. I really think we've done the best effort to find anything.
A birds and bees reality check is in order here. Yes, sperm does form in the testes, but the mature guys live higher up. And while one mature sperm causes fertilization, many are needed to first break down the walls of a woman's egg. A lucky survivor on the end of a bullet just won't do it. So how did the myth start?
Constance, why do you think people tell this story?
Because it's a wonderful, dirty story. Everyone's salacious. We want to talk about what someone else did. Plus, there were a number of young ladies that really desperately had to explain how that child got here.
It seems after all that, this great Civil War myth was really just a great, embarrassed cover-up.
There was some truth to this myth, that a mini ball could go through fabric, through flesh and bone, and easily go 150 yards.
Yeah, but despite Jim's remarkable shot, there's just no way any biological material would survive on that hot bullet, even over 50 feet. We found burn marks on the petticoat and still weren't able to find anything in our scrapings.
So I think that myth is pretty much busted. I never get tired of doing that. Never. Busted.